Hello everyone, welcome back for another Star Trek, the official Starships collection review. In front of me now I have issue number 88, the Vahklas from Star Trek Enterprise. And I think this is a Vulcan ship. Definitely it looks Vulcan. As usual, I have a magazine and a cool looking model here, so I'll put that aside for you. And let's look at this. Neat image there. Not a whole lot of detail, but nice nevertheless. It is considered a transport ship. Launched in the 22nd century, it can only go as fast as warp 4 and is 110 meters long. Kind of cool. So turning the page, you can see more of it there. Introduction and a recap of the specification. Operated by, let me see if I can pronounce this, Vahklas. Not bad. Type of transport ship, operated in the 22nd century, 110 meters long, and can go as fast as warp 4, and has particle beams, and is for weaponry, and its captain is Tavin. Turn the page, got a nice other image of the ship there as well as some text and information. And there's the captain, the Vulcan captain of the ship there. And more about the ship and the episode. And more about the ship. Specification page showing where everything is. And here's the design process of the ship. Very nice and delightful read there. And here's a nice section on the Vulcans of the 22nd century. I actually found this to be a very nice little read because it kind of brings you up to speed with the Vulcans from, like, say, from First Contact all the way up until the original series of Vulcans that we've come to know and love. So that was kind of neat to read. And it kind of gives you a nice little history about that, and you know, the whole arc on Enterprise, and etc., etc., etc. And more on that. And then finally the on-screen page, appearance page, which is, it appeared in the episode Fusion of Star Trek Enterprise, and the ship, of course, was designed by John Eves. Yeah, so that is the Vulcan Vahklas magazine. On the back you have the top image of the ship, and it's not a bad issue here. So let me put this aside and get to the model itself. And alright, so here it is. It looks pretty big in the box there. Let me get it out now and see how it is in the hand. Put that there, stand, and alright, and the first impression is, it is alright, I guess. Unfortunately, mine looks like it has some glue blunders there. But that's no big deal, I guess. Paint, other than that, the paint looks okay. It's a very weird color. Definitely very Vulcan, but at the same time, it reminds me of one of those ships from Star Wars, the Phantom Menace. I think the ship that Darth Maul used, especially from this point of view. It also looks like a TIE fighter, dare I say that. It's a lot of detail on here as far as the molding is concerned. There are no insignias or anything that would identify this ship as Vulcan. So that's kind of a bit of a bummer. There are no clear blue or anything for any engine parts. The deflector dish is just some clear white thing in there. And the warp engines themselves in the back are just a piece of plastic that's painted blue, as opposed to the clear plastic that we've grown accustomed to on other models in the collection. It's not a bad model. Would I have rushed out and gotten this thing? Probably not. This makes the 4th or 5th Vulcan ship in the collection now, I think. Almost. I'd have to think about that. But you know, I think we have almost all the Vulcan ships. Well, we don't have the Planahata, we don't have the transport for the motion picture. But anyway, this is a nice ship, nice model. If you hate Enterprise, I would definitely avoid this. plastic, metal here. Not a bad model. Could have done better as far as the paint, and definitely with all the glue mess ups on here. But I guess it's a decent model, and makes a nice addition to the growing Vulcan fleet in the collection. And of course, it comes with the stand that simply says Vahklas on the bottom and the plastic gaduli that goes in this hole. And then the model hopefully will stay in place once I dock it, just like that. So yeah, there is the Vahklas, the Vulcan cruiser, seen on Star Trek Enterprise. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and if you have any questions or comments or concerns, please drop them in the comments, and I'll be happy to answer them when I get to it, or if I'm not lazy. And so yeah, thank you all so much for watching again, and live long and prosper.